another thing that happened to me. A thing that you have to understand about me is that I really hate flying. I fucking loathe it. I don't know how I got there the first time. I just drugged myself to the eyeballs and I just woke up there. And I never left again because I was like, fuck that shit, I'm not doing that shit again. But I was taking some flights, and I was kind of getting over it because they were good flights, right? So I was kind of getting over my fear of flying until one day I had to take a flight from Rome to, that's Italy, my American friends, and no, from Rome to Munich in Germany. And I didn't know this, but apparently because of the geographical thing, you have to go above the Alps or some fucking mountains, I don't know. And so, because of this, the air creates a current that is too strong for any plane. So the plane has to go down the current of air. It's kind of like when you're crushing a wave, right? When you dive into a wave, you don't let the wave hit you in the face, you go below it. So the plane has to do the same thing, so it has to lose a lot of altitude in order to make it, and it has to get really fucking close to the fucking mountains. Nobody told me this shit. Later I had to look up on it, and it turns out there are 3 levels of turbulence, like mild turbulence, sustained turbulence, and dangerous turbulence. This was number 4. They didn't even exist. It didn't even invented the word for it yet. I'm not kidding. This fucking turbulence was so fucking bad. The fucking luggage was falling out from the luggage compartment, was coming down. People were crying, hugging each other. And mind you, this is a plane full with Italians. So everybody was like, Mamma mia, perché andiamo a morire, cazzo? I mean, I was the same, but in Mexican Spanish. Puta madre, ya valió verga, chingamos a nuestra madre, porque... This was so fucking bad that I realized how bad it was when the pilot, started communicating. And he was, you could smell the fear coming out of him from his words. He was like, ladies and gentlemen, we are going through he was saying a lot. It's like, what? You're a pilot, you're not supposed to... We're going through a little bit of turbulence, but if you hang on and sit tight, I think that we are going to make it. We are going to make it. Those were the words from the pilots. That's not something you want to hear from a pilot. That's something your mom tells you when you get cancer. So in that moment I realized, this is it, I'm gonna die. And everybody in the plane was just silent. Everybody understood the same thing that I did, like, this is it. You never hear that from... And I looked, and there was a German girl by my side, this beautiful, tall German girl. And we just understood something about life. I don't know what it was, but on a chemical, cellular level, we understood. And we just started making out. We just started kissing. And I think that we were like, fuck it, let's try to make a child right now. It seemed to me like the natural response to death, right? It's like, let's face it with life. The plane landed, and everybody was clapping and hugging and crying. And when I passed by the pilot, because he went outside of the pit, and I was like, hey, that's a wingman, because he got me a girl, a good wingman. I went with her. I spent the night with her. I spent a lot of time with her. It was fantastic, but I never took a plane after that. It was like, she was like, let's go to Romania. Yeah, sure, it's a 4 days bus, and we're taking that shit. I don't care.